I can't do that. Okay, wow, that was crazy, right? Okay, everyone, welcome to the day. I know the great part about networking is we're all a bunch of talkers, so let's try to zip it up a little bit to get us started, and then you can have at it. So first of all, I'd just like to take a few minutes to introduce you to our MCs. So could Mylanda stand up and Angie turn around? Let's give everyone a big hand. So we're going to start so you'll know when they come up here what's going on with that. And then this is Aaron right here. He's going to help us with our AV. Also, he offered to bring the dance lights, but I told him we didn't need them. But so if you think we should have a big dance party next year, you need to tell Aaron so he can come back there. He also has the cool lights and everything like that. So could you please silence your phones? And we'll try to keep everybody on track. So we stay very close to our schedule. And so how it's going to work today, in case you don't know, is everybody gets 10 minutes to talk. And then there's a 5-minute break where you can talk to everybody while we change over speakers. Then we have another 10-minute presentation, and then we'll have a 5-minute break, so we change over speakers. So that's basically how the whole day is going. So it'll give you a chance to jump up and go to the bathroom, talk to each other, and don't feel like you have to sit at the table you're at. It's not an assignment. So you can table hop, that's great too. Okay, so my name is Cindy Cohen. I'm the founder of Seed Your Health Women's Initiative. Thank you. Woo-hoo. And I could talk about a lot of things, so if you guys know me, I can basically talk forever. But what I would like to do is share with you kind of this backstory, because we don't always get to talk about that. And since I do love talking about what I do because I love what I'm doing, I kind of put it in a 4-minute speech. So we're going to see how it goes. So I'm going to read much of it just for the time frame. So this year, I'd like to share a short version of how entrepreneurship found me, because that's what happened. To share my entrepreneurial story, I have to share my mom's, because that's where it all started. I had a wonderful life growing up in sunny California until I was 16. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. She took care of me, my 2 sisters, and my brother, and we had a wonderful life. My dad owned his own company, so he was an entrepreneur. He sold carpet, and he was very successful. He had 8 stores. So we were, living a wonderful life. As a matter of fact, when you're young, you don't even know how wonderful your life is. And we were also very privileged. We had country club memberships. I took ballet lessons. I took piano lessons. We took vacations as families. We did all the things that you always imagined that you would want to do for your kids. Our parents were able to do that for us. Then everything changed. Everything. My dad was tragically killed in an airplane accident. At that moment, we not only lost our dad, but we also lost our home, our security, all our friends, and everything we knew. We lost our entire life. I'll never forget the pain of losing not just my dad, but everything I'd always known. My mom was only 34, left with 4 kids, no job, but she didn't give up. So that was my first aha moment. I promised myself that I would never be in a position to where I could not support my family. I would never, ever let that happen. And that has been the driving force for my entire life. With no formal skills, my mom turned a hobby that she loved into flower arranging. She started working for free at a local flower shop, learning how to do this business. Eventually, she opened her own shop, and we as a family learned how to become entrepreneurs. I watched her transformation into a business owner, a community leader, working tirelessly to support her 4 children. When it came time for me to choose a career, I said, nope, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to be an entrepreneur. I'm not going to own a flower shop. I'm not going to do what you're doing. You can forget it. It's not happening. I'm going to go to work where I can go to work and come home and go to bed and not have to worry about what's happening at work till I get up in the morning and go to work. So I became a head nurse. I became a nurse, stable, right? Always have a job, have a good paycheck. I became a CEO. Then I was in charge of a healthcare service. After I had kids, everything changed for me, and everything changed in the healthcare system. So when I went into nursing, I wanted to care for people and help them during a crisis. And what happened is my life became a crisis because I was trying to help them and couldn't. So that was my second aha moment. I wanted more freedom, more options, and the ability to really help people and stay healthy at the same time. I thought, why not start my own business? Like my mom. How hard could it be? I guess that says a lot about my mom. So as it turns out, starting a business was a lot different than I thought it would be. It's really more about facing your fears than having the right skills. I was terrified. I doubted myself constantly. I pushed through because I wanted the dream of freedom. Being an entrepreneur has been about stepping into my strengths, building a support system, right here, and learning how to ask for help, all of you. It's been about leaning into my greatness by helping other women do the same. And when I think back about what my dad once told me, that I could have anything I wanted if I was willing to work for it. So I was willing to work and not give up. And I didn't give up. So that's how I got here, and in 2017, I founded Seed Your Health Women's Initiative to mentor girls and women, showing them that entrepreneurship could help with an experienced mentor. Here's what I discovered. Women make up to 39% of business owners in the U.S., 37% in Indiana, and 2% in St. Joe County, 3% in Elkhart County, and 2% in Berrien Springs. That was in 2017. 70% of women owned business failed. Why is that? Well, research tells us lack of role models, mentors, resources, and self-confidence is what does it. They said no, women, so then I thought it would be easy to get help, right? We have a number of people who are becoming entrepreneurs and who are successful. So I thought I would just go around the community and I would ask all the resources for help. That was my big plan. It's great to be a dreamer, So they said no. Women aren't interested in spending money on their education and learning how to be a business owner. They said no. Women who are low income, who are financially abused, are not worth spending time or resources on, and neither should I. They said no. Nobody knows women. No, they said no. Everybody knows women are not real business owners. And what's crazy about that is if you fast forward to now, 2024, and you ask people, do you think women are really real business owners? A lot of times people tell me, no, they're not. So you're kind of stopped before you get out the gate. But you know what I did hear yes to? I heard yes to keep going. And that's so nice. In 2018, the Women's Entrepreneur Summit was launched with 120 women from all walks of life, and it was really amazing. I'll never forget how beautiful it was. And some of you are here today because we started and been following us every year. So fast forward to 2024, this is our 7th summit. We never missed a one. We did them online, we did them offline. I feel like we did them in coffee shops. But we had this program right here. We started a mentoring program. We started social meetups, workshops. They're all thriving. Everybody's doing great. We're winning awards, which is amazing. We're creating a strong ecosystem for women. We're growing a grassroots movement right here in South Bend, encouraging women entrepreneurs to learn how to advocate for themselves and each other. Seed Your Health Women's Initiative remains the only women-centric, which means focuses on women, mentoring and organization and certification program in our region, and soon will be accredited by the International Mentoring Association. So I just like to say, none of this would be possible without the support of all of you. It's really our whole community that's coming together to make this happen. Together, we have one voice. Just remember that. Together, we have one voice. And what you learned here today is going to be not only great education, great resources, meeting new role models and exchanging ideas. You're creating a community of women entrepreneurs who have each other's back. So let's get to work. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that, Miss Cindy. Thank you so much. Welcome to our 2024 Women's Entrepreneur Summit. Woohoo! Well, our theme this year is Ain't No Stopping Us Now. Woo! We on the move, ladies and gentlemen. Great. All right, let's move forward. Our next speaker is Julie Cotton. Miss Julie Cotton. Julie Cotton, the Improve Lady. Loves to support improv. Thank you.
Did you bring a presentation? No, I'm not doing it. Okay. Sorry.
My apologies, you guys. I got these contacts in and I cannot read with them in. The Improv Lady. Loves to support visionaries in taking themselves to the next level. Awesome. As well as using improv comedy to have next level conversations with people about the hard to talk about stuff. That is why her company is called Next Level Improv. She uses a multidisciplinary approach, blending her toolbox, accumulating from over 40 years of performing arts with close to 20 years of wellness experience and 10 plus years in personal development and transformational leadership. Please welcome Miss Cindy Cotton.
Hello. Hello. Hello there. I'll whisper. I'll use my inside voice. Hi everyone. I'm Julie Cotton, and I'm here to talk to you today about big vision, big blocks. I'll stay over here. Normally it's find my light, but they're like stay out of the light for this one. Okay. So nice to be here, everyone. I am from Arizona originally, and when I first moved to this area, Cindy was one of the very first people that I ever met. So I just want to acknowledge Cindy for stepping into her vision and having this happen. So yeah, even a transplant can come and find community right away and help support other women in our area. So the focus today is on the obstacles become the way. When we have big vision, we will have things that will get in our way, that will block us, right? And rather than, so everybody, I want you to just do a little exercise with me right now. You can stand up to do this, but I want you to turn to your neighbor and I want you to push your hands into their hands. I want you to you can do one hand or you can do both hands and just push into them. Push, 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 push. If you're standing, really push, really push, really push. So y'all, what we resist persists. So if you just take a step in any direction, you'll lose the resistance. So our willingness to embrace the obstacle as the way that we overcome the thing, right? Cindy talked about it already. Our pain can become our paradise, right? Our mess becomes our message. We've heard this, yes? I'm preaching to the choir here, right? All right, about to preach here in a minute. That's right. So for me too, my mom was bipolar. So growing up, I didn't have a healthy image of what it was to be a healthy mom in a healthy relationship. And what did I do with that information? I became an actor. I wanted to find joy somewhere, somehow. I wanted to take my mom's pain and depression away. So I used theater as a way to perform. Then I also got into wellness because I really wanted to she started getting sick. She passed away at 61. She had all of the diseases you could collect. She was lupus, fibromyalgia, MS. She had all of them. What we focus on grows and expands. My mother focused on her illness. She had a fear of being alone and she mastered manifestation. What we think about, we bring about. My mother pushed against being alone. She died alone at 61. We do not have to become our thoughts, y'all. So we are simultaneously students and experts. How many experts do I have in the room? You guys know how to do a thing or two in here? Could be laundry, I don't care. Could be like I I could do it like, I don't know, the Cupid shuffle, whatever it is. Everyone in this room is an expert at something. And we're also simultaneously students. We're simultaneously white belts. I'm a second degree black belt in kickboxing. I've been doing that for about 10 years or so. It's been a break though. And I had to start as a white belt. I can't walk into a room. I have to stay behind the table.
Well, I'm trying to keep you in the camera's eye.
I like to move around the stage, y'all. I'm an actor. So I have to start as a white belt, though, because what's unique about being a student, y'all? What are some great qualities of students? Tell me. They learn. What else?
You're never done.
You're never done taking notes. What else?
You practice.
They're curious. Yes, they practice. They're open. We're full of wonder. We don't beat ourselves up for not knowing how to do the thing because we're brand new, right? There's a willingness and an openness that when we become an expert, it's like, oh, if I can't get it perfect the first time, I don't want to do it. Anybody like that in the room? Am I the only one? How many things have I walked away from because I couldn't get it right on the first try? Right, so there's this paradox that I am simultaneously an expert in the things that I'm an expert in, and I'm willing to be a student. I'm willing to be open. Yes. I'm willing to learn from the obstacle. Can I back up? If I back up, am I still in it? All right, y'all. All right, you can do this with me if you want. So if you, how many of you know that if you crack open a butterfly, before it's ready, the caterpillar, it won't be able to fly. The wings won't develop, right? You guys can do wall sits with me if you want. So if you're going to run a marathon, you got to get out on the road and run, right? You can't watch people running a marathon on the couch. You got to build the muscles. The obstacle is the way. We have to do the thing to train the muscle to be able to go and do the thing. The obstacle qualifies us for the goal. It makes me worthy of the thing I accomplish. Is this making sense, you guys? So instead of being resistant to the obstacle, embrace it. Let it strengthen the muscles of who you become in the overcoming of the obstacle. Are you following me? Okay, fantastic.
It's okay, it's recorded if you need to.
You can watch it again. All right, so there's 11 million bits of data being broadcast every single second. 11 million bits. Imagine this whole room is full of toothpicks. Don't worry, your eyes are covered with protective gear. I want you to reach your hand out and grab a hold of some toothpicks. There's 11 million. Don't worry, we can't get them all. We don't have enough people in the room. This is how much you get. You get 134 bits of data every second. This is it. Guess what? That means there's 10,999,000 and some change left in the room that we are not getting. We are all white belts, y'all. We might be a black belt in these 134. This is what I know that I know. There's a whole lot that I don't even know that I don't know.
Wow.
So can we stay open? Can we stay curious? And yet own the confidence of what we know with power and surety. Is this making sense? You guys tracking? Fabulous. Okay. So I want to also invite us into the sliding scale. I'll let the scale slide from this side of the camera to this side. It's a sliding scale of cause and effect. Anybody heard of this before? Sometimes we find ourselves in effect. Does anybody have like those days where you're like, you got the oh poor me stuff, a little victim, you're contracted, you're really not owning your power, right? Anybody been there? Am I the only one? I got a lot of victim days under my belt, like complaints, excuses. Yeah, but Julie, you don't understand. I can't be an entrepreneur because of where I was born. But Julie, you don't understand, like Cindy's talking about, the world is against me, I can't do that. We get into effect. Well, all that is, like in acting, is just, there are no unresourceful people, there's only unresourceful states. All right? When I played Peter Pan at the Lerner earlier this year, I just zipped up that 12-year-old boy costume and I flew across the audience's head. It was amazing. Am I a 12-year-old boy? Not anymore. Oh wait, I was never a boy. But I played one on TV. So yeah, I just stepped into a state of fearlessness as I launched over the audience's head. All right, I got super resourceful to do that. We can step out of an effect state anytime we want and step over here into cause, right? Cause is where all our intuition is. Cause is where all of our power is. That's where we get creative. That's where opportunities lie. That's where the power is, right? And I can make a choice when I'm in effect and I have no ideas and no possibilities and I'm cut off and I'm shrinking. But when I'm like, oh, I remember who I am. I know who I am. I can choose. I'm the chooser choosing the state. I can pick another 134 to learn, to grow, to be in possibility, because I got 11 million choices every second. I ain't never gonna learn them all, y'all. Maybe we need each other, because you're gonna bring your 134, and you're gonna bring your 134, and you're gonna bring yours, and we're all gonna grow each other, and our experiences are gonna expand, and we're gonna be able to be at cause for a greater experience of life out there. All right, I would love for you guys to just try a little exercise with me as we take that next step. So we're student and we're the expert. You are your own genius, artist, and poet. Are you over here in effect? Or are you going to step into that new costume and own your genius and step out there and learn some new stuff? Leverage yourself. I want you to find a partner. Everybody comfortable with touch? If you're not, you get to be creative. You're going to get resourceful. Everybody find a partner. All right, we're going to do an exercise. I want you to stand up. Find a partner. Everybody gets a buddy. If you need a group of 3, it's okay. All right. With your buddy, without talking, groups of 2 or 3 max, I want you to create the lowercase letter B. 10 seconds. Go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Freeze. Love it. Yes. Oh, look at they did it with their hands. See, there's a million, 11 million different ways we could do this. You guys nailed it. Give your partner a high five. Tell them you are awesome. Amazing. I love it so much. All right, y'all. See, great. Have a seat. Thank you. That was awesome. All right. Way to be with it. If you have a big vision, sometimes there's blocks in the way. I didn't tell you how to do that. There were blocks. There were obstacles. You didn't know. You figured it out. You had it happen, right? When we have a big vision, we can run into big blocks. Don't worry, the obstacle becomes the way. Every time you go from 0 to 10, from effect to cause, your 10 becomes your new 0, and now you have a new ceiling, and you can just keep growing and flowing. We'll never get it done. You can't get it wrong. Thank you so much for letting me be here with y'all today.
Thank you.